Great Grand Rising, happy Sunday. Come on in, you guys, come on in. Take this moment, go tag your friends, your family members, let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. I'm just going to check, you know the drill, to make sure we are live on Facebook. We are here. Let's just throw a Grand Rising up here. Come on, let's be very interactive today. And we have made it a long ways already. So with that being said, beloved, come on, let's connect in together. We don't want to misuse or abuse the time we have together, but we want to be here earnestly, fully, completely. Take a good healing deep breath in and exhale. And relax, skin over scalp, crown of the head, all the way down to the soles of the feet. Come on, turn that focus inward. We want to be present, inward. Breathe and exhale. Come on, relax fuller. Relax completely. No place to be. Nothing that needs to be done. We are here. And it is so. All right, lovelies, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have made it. This is the last Sunday of 2025. And so with that being said, it's all about really setting ourselves up to be that better version of ourselves. And we don't want to just throw around buzzwords. Come on and give me a Grand Rising. Let me know you're here, right? We don't want to throw around buzzwords. We don't want to talk a good game, but we want to make sure that we are rock solid and we are anchored. So today, we're talking about commanding the sovereign seat. Put that in your notes. Commanding the sovereign seat. This is all about stepping into your throne room, stepping back in fully and completely. You know, it's one thing for you to continually go through the motions of being who you think you are. I've heard somebody say that there are several versions of ourselves. There's several versions of you. It's the you that you think you are. It's the you that you think other people think you are. It's the you that you believe the world sees you as, how your family sees you. There's all these different versions of who we believe we are. But what is more important than any of that is not the version of who you think other people see you as, or the version of what other people see you as. The most important thing is, what do you really see yourself as? So for 2026, that universal 1 year, the year of newness, the year of beginning, the year of creation, the first thing you want to do right now is command your sovereign seat, your seat of sovereignty, your seat of divinity. And you could only do that, beloved, by tapping in to your God self, to that 5D realm of Christ consciousness, and being authentically you. Now, I said we don't want to throw around buzzwords because we've been hearing this. I remember, I want to go back to the 90s. I just felt a wave of something, excuse me. Back in the 90s, you know, and as we went through the 2000s, early 2000s, there are a lot of buzzwords that we would throw around. In the 90s, it was about purpose. It's because we were waking up. Right? We were finding ourselves. It was all about purpose. It was all about women being loose. It was all about the inner sanctum. It was all about the holy place. You know, we threw around a lot of buzzwords. But what I want to do, I want us to go deeper today. I want us to go deeper into you really touching who you know you are here to be. It is so congested. It is so congested, all in this matrix, in your atmosphere, in your realm. It is congested with all this energy of what we think we should be. But now I want you to give yourself the permission to really, truly find out who you are, what you're here to do, and then do that with so much grace and so much love. Because when the deal goes down, that's all that will matter. So you have this divine sovereign self, your God self. We want to activate that. We want to bring that up to the forefront, right? Bring it up to the forefront. We used to sing a little song in the Christian church calling as a God arise and the enemy is scattered. Today, we want to tap into your God self arising and knowing that because you are sitting in this seat of sovereign divinity, every enemy is scattered. Every opposition is scattered. So by now, we went through the 90s, the early 2000s, mid 2000s. Now we're getting ready to go into the 2030s, right? That's not going to be that long off. We want to make sure now more than ever, I'm doing this for myself as well, that you are really being the you that you co-created with the Almighty, that you are that version of you, that you have permission to be yourself. You know, we are so busy in this day and time running and chasing after bright, shiny objects, running and chasing after everything that we think that we're supposed to be successful. But can we tap into the true riches of the kingdom of God that is within you? Tapping into the true riches. So I want y'all talking back to me today. I want you to start identifying your authentic attributes, the things that make you uniquely you. Is it your kindness? Is it your love? Is it your ability to give and support? Is it your ability to bring peace and joy everywhere you go? We need to tap back into those things, because when you tap back in to who you truly are and allow yourself to be that is when we start affecting lives. So I'm looking at the note here, the sovereignty, stepping back into your inner throne room. Your inner throne room. So I want you to do this because I want you to be able to take this away with you today. I want you to take a deep breath. If you can, close your eyes. If you can't close your eyes, just fix your gaze softly, right? Take a deep breath. I want you to turn the focus inward. And I want you to visually either see or feel your inner throne room. That the seat of your sovereign self, your divine self, your God self sits on and command your life. Come on, I want you to do that. Take another deep breath. Relax fully and completely. Turn the focus inward. Either see or feel or hear your inner throne room. See the seat that your spirit is occupying, and you are command. You are command for all my B6 fans, B13 fans, right? Is it B613, B13? What is it, y'all? Somebody tell me, I forgot. All right. So you are command. This is the sovereignty that God has given you. I want you to be able to feel that, because that's an anchor point. That's how you anchor yourself as we get ready to go through Grand Rising. Come on in. Let me know you're here. Give me a Grand Rising in the comments. All right. So as we prepare to go through Grand Rising, Lisa, 2026, the year of one, or the 10, 1 and 0, binary, co-creating, We want to make sure that we're able to sit on this seat of sovereignty in our inner throne room as command. But you see, as I said, I don't want to throw around words today. What my purpose and my goal is today is to get us anchored back in the seat of sovereignty. Get you anchored, because we're being tossed around and thrown around with all the concerns. I said it's congested in this matrix. It is congested here. But I know this, beloved, there is a way out. There is a way out of everything that has tripped you up, stumbled you, stifled you, hindered you, held you back until now. There is a way out. Oh, can we just clap our hands right there? Come on, give me some of them hand claps in the comments. There is a way out. And we want to be able to tap in. And the key is coming back to the throne, your inner sanctum, coming back to command center. So this is where your spiritual authority is. This is where your authority over all the noise in the 3D realm, over all the obstacles. And I want us to be bold when you can feel yourself sitting back in the command seat. And that seat of sovereignty, I want you to begin to command, not demand. Demand is for children. Demand is for people that's void of power. But when you come back into your real power, I just feel to stay here, because you got to lock into you. Grand Rising, thanks for joining us live. Let us know you're here. Come on, you got to tap back in to your sovereign power, and it is within. You got to sit back on this seat in your inner throne room, and you're going to have to start commanding. You are command. What is it, Lisa? Is it B613, B13? I drew a blank right there. Right? You are command. This is the power and the authority that has been bequeathed to you as gods in this 3D realm. But it starts by being able to come back into the inner throne and sit on the seat of sovereignty. B613. Thank you. Yes. So you are command. And I want to slow down right here, because we got to lock something in. We have to lock something in. And as I said when I opened up, there are so many versions of you. The you that you think you are, the you that other people think you are, the you that your family think you are. Right? The you that your co-workers think you are. But you have to declare and claim your divine sovereignty, that in this 3D realm, you are all powerful. Nothing and no one is more powerful than you. But you have to be able to own that. If you are not owning your divine sovereignty and you're giving away your power, and you always looking for somebody to save you, somebody to help you, somebody to make it easier. Do we work with people and cooperate? Of course we do. Of course we do. But you have to take the responsibility for you. So this is your mastery, beloved, over your inner realm. And I just feel like we need to turn that screw just one more time. You know, like how if you're screwing something in, you want to turn it in one more time until it locks into place. You want to lock in your divine sovereignty and sit in this seat of authority, right? Just as you're sitting, if I'm sitting right now, my posture is my feet are flat, my back is straight, my shoulders are down and relaxed, my insides are relaxed, and I'm recognizing the power is within me, no matter what. But what I want to really lock into, your spiritual authority Is you giving yourself permission to be you. So I want to go back to your unique qualities, right? Remember in DWAR, when we did the dynamic wealth activation, we talked about your wealth codes, right? We all have it. We all have wealth codes. We all have something that makes us uniquely you. Tap back into, is kindness the thing that you have more than anything? Now, it's a difference between kindness and being nice. You know, as women, as girls, we're taught to be nice. Nice and kindness are two different things. We want to operate with power. Kindness is about authority. It's about command. It's about flowing out of divine sovereignty. Niceties is about conforming. It's about capitulation. It's about compromise. It's about dumbing down. So we're splitting hairs. Is kindness nice? It is. Is kindness gentle? Yes, it is. Gentleness, kindness, those are strengths, beloved. They're not weaknesses. But nicety can be very weak. It can be self-betrayal, self-deprecating, self-loathing, because you're being nice to cover up what you really feel and what you really think, right? I want you tapping into your genuine wealth codes, your genuine giftings, rather as kindness, advanced understanding, where you have the ability to see and understand people and situations beyond the norm. If it's giving, if you generally have not just the gift of giving, but a spirit of giving as well, and that is your strength. If you have compassion for young people, for elderly people, for marginalized people, this is where you want to begin to tap into in 26, because it's all about now knowing that everything is already fixed. You're already fixed. And you're going to tap into your gifter and become the healer, the fixer, the supporter, without diminishing who you are. This is why we want to make sure that you get that visual. You get what it feels like to sit on the seat of sovereignty, to sit in this throne room, on this seat of divine sovereignty as command. But what are you commanding? You're commanding out of your strengths, out of your highly sensitive strengths, as we say in my community, right? You're commanding from that leadership, that regal queen, that regal king. You're operating from a position of strength. So what do you know about you? I need you to go back there. What do you know about you? Until you can honor your wealth codes, the things that you came here with that are precious, that you can do effortlessly. It doesn't take any energy or any effort for you to do it. That's what you want to tap into. There are many roads we can travel. My primary gifting, I came here as a teacher. I came here to teach. I could teach, I could preach. Y'all remember I mentioned it many times, right? There are many avenues that I say I was destined for the black robe. Rather it was clergy, rather it was a judge on the bench, rather it was a university professor, right? There are many roads that you can go down with your gifting, but you want to look at your wealth, your wealth code, right? You want to look at the thing that makes you uniquely you, that you can do it 24/7. It takes no effort for you to do it. This is how you're going to get to know yourself, right? Because the more you know yourself, the more you know God. And the more you know God, the more you know yourself, right? So when you understand your own wealth codes, your own wealth attractors, your dynamic wealth attractors, you want to start flowing from there. But you want to sit in the seat of command, the sovereign seat, meaning that you are all powerful, all knowing, all seeing, all feeling when you operate from your God self in this 3D realm. All right. So, what is the benefit of this? When you vibrate from this inner command, everything in the 3D realm, the 4 and 5D realm, everything starts paying attention to what you're saying, to what you're releasing, to what you're decreeing and command. The problem is, I told you all this, right? Why name it and claim it didn't work? Because you didn't have that inner foundation first to support that outer manifestation. We just saying stuff like a parrot, probably want a cracker. You were just repeating what you hear, but there is no conviction. It's not flowing out of this inner sanctum. You're not sitting on your sovereign seat of command. You have to do it from there. Everything comes from there first. Get this in order. Your inner sanctum, your Christ consciousness, your ability. Now you can call those things that be not as though they were, because you're operating off of an anchor within that's holding you in a powerful position. You're operating off of what you can see with divine imagination, and don't let it go. Right? This is the realm of Christ consciousness, the realm of divine creativity, and we're going to stick with it. The reason why we can't stick with it is because you're not sitting in your sovereign seat. So I want you to agree with me today. We're going to touch and agree, because the benefit of this is strengthening self-mastery, strengthening self-leadership. It's all about you mastering yourself. When you learn to master yourself, then everything else starts lining up with what you command. But we just don't want to speak empty words. We don't want to speak and create curses on ourselves and on our environment because we don't know how to speak. We're still operating like children. As the Galatian writer says, as long as we are children, we cannot have our inheritance. It's in a trust by the Holy Spirit for us until we grow up and mature and we can handle our own estate, our own inheritance. But how do you do that? You got to come in first. Get back on your throne, your inner throne of command, right? So you strengthen your self-leadership, your self-mastery, and you activate your spiritual authority. Beloved, let's take a breath right here and exhale. Relax. Let your spirit do the heavy lifting, right? So now, this is the prompt. The question I want you to ask yourself: where did I abdicate my throne this year? Where? Where did I abdicate my throne this year, and how do I reclaim it? One, where did I abdicate my throne? Where did I give up my power? Where did I give up my authority? When did I allow my energy and my vibration to shift into a lower vibration? What did I start talking about? What did I start complaining about? This is how you abdicate the throne. When you tap into lower level frequencies that want to bombard your environment, whether it's through people, through music, through social media. Where did you abdicate the throne? What did you lock into? What did you hook into? And all is well. Even though we did it, even though we came down, even though we locked into lower vibration, it's all good, because every round goes higher and higher, right? Every round goes higher and higher. Every time we go down into depth, we're digging deeper down and planting ourselves deeper into who we are. So the version of you, giving yourself permission to be that, tapping in, coming home to the inner sanctum, sitting on this throne of sovereignty and saying, I am command. I have all the resources. What made command powerful? All the resources that they got from home. This is how ambassadors operate. No matter what country they travel to, all their resources and authority comes from home. So if I'm an American and I'm an ambassador to Timbuktu, my resources and my power doesn't come from Timbuktu. It comes from the United States. It comes from home. So as divine sovereign beings, our resources, our power, everything we need comes from within, from the kingdom of God that is within. The spirit of the living God that is within. Your God self, your higher self, the Holy Spirit, whatever language works for you, beloved. So on this last Sunday in 2025, thank you. Yes, this last Sunday in 2025, we've already done, I'm still in assessment. I'm still working through the pieces, because what I want for you more than anything, what I want for myself more than anything, as we travel into the the universal number one year, 2026 that we call it, that you are doing the activities that will generate what you need to see manifested. Choice, action, choice, action, choice, action. This is how we begin to embody our sovereignty. So what are we going to lock into for 26? Doing the right activities. If it's income generating activities, you don't want to just be doing activity. You want to do the income generating activities, the divine sovereign activities, creating communication, relationships, whatever it is. We want to do the right activity, because many times, beloved, that's all that's missing. That's the only missing piece there is that we're not doing the right activity. It's all about our behavior, our habits, our patterns, our behavior. Where did I abdicate my throne this year? Where did I give up my power? Where did I come back down to? But I fully recognize that every round goes higher and higher. And if I'm back here again, this is a divine invitation for me to see something differently. This is a divine invitation for me to tap into something more. And I feel good, beloved. I want you to feel good. Here's the prophetic declaration, right? I sit in the seat of spiritual authority. And it's all about the inner throne. I sit in the seat of spiritual authority, and I govern my realm well. I govern my realm well. So I want you to start seeing yourself as the king, as the queen, as the divine ruler that's getting all your power and resources from home, the kingdom within. You came here loaded. You packed yourself loaded. You and the Creator got together. The Council of Heaven got together, and you pre-packed everything you need to navigate this 3D realm. That's why you have the gifts you have, the abilities you have, the insight, the wisdom that you have, the understanding, the grace. That's why you are who you are, because you came here to do something. I want to land with this again, because this is important. I sit in my seat of spiritual authority. I govern my realm well. But this is what I want you to lock into. What is your wealth codes? Those things that you can do easily and effortlessly. We want to find a way to use that in a real way, because that is your wealth attractor. That is what's going to put you where you need to be. And when I say your wealth attractor, your wealth codes, I'm not just talking about money alone. That is the trick. We're talking about you living a rich, fulfilling life. And whatever that needs to look like now, whatever it needs to look like now, going forward. Some of us, like myself, we can be creatures of habit. We could lock in and make a routine work a million years. But what needs to be different now? I want you locking into your wealth attractors. What can you do? I can teach, I could train, I can coach, I can mentor, I could preach, I could pray, I could lay hands, whatever it is, the things that you really do, not the things that your environment is pushing you to do, not what the trend of today is pushing you to do, but what it is that you can do, that you honestly can do. We want to come out of the shadows into the light, but we want to do that from sitting on the seat of spiritual authority, the seat of command. All right, talk back to me, lovelies. Lovelies, talk back to me. Where did you abdicate your power this year? Where did you get up off of your throne? And how can you get it back? How can you command it and call it back and reclaim it? By coming in, taking a few minutes and sitting and being still and really feel the power that is within. Sit back on that seat of sovereignty and let's start commanding 26. But we're going to do it from a seat of authority, knowing who you are, knowing what you really, really want to accomplish now, and let's go for it. All right, lovelies, have a blessed, wonderful, amazing rest of your day. Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye for now.